Coming in hot! Hi everyone and welcome to this channel. I'm Shelby and thank you for clicking on this video if you were interested in music-based content. Shelby Shuffle Mode is all music-based, all different sorts of music, all different types of videos, so go ahead and hit subscribe if you are interested in that. And today I am talking about Adam Lambert's album Velvet. Now, this is not the first time Adam Lambert has been mentioned on this channel. I have one video where I'm reacting to his live performances. I have one video where he's with Queen. It's a Queen video, but obviously he's part of that. And I also have a video where he is mentioned on my best vocalist of the 21st century. So if you can't tell, I like Adam Lambert a lot since this is, the fourth time he is appearing on my channel. I specifically wanted to talk about Velvet because Velvet came out in March of this year, and we all know how March was. March was crazy, and I just feel like out of all of his albums, Velvet really stands out. So I want to go ahead, review it, talk about it, and you can let me know in the comments what you think about Velvet as well. So how I'm going to do this, I'm going to talk about the album as a whole and then kind of go into a few of my favorite songs. So yeah, you can kind of skip around, watch whatever you want, watch the whole thing, be my guest, you decide. So let's talk about Velvet. Velvet is amazing. And the reason why I say that is because I truly feel like Velvet is Adam Lambert in his purest form. I've been waiting for it. When Adam Lambert was on American Idol, he was very much like rocker, and everyone thought he was gonna make this rock album. And then he made For Your Entertainment, which was very much so pop, but it was absolutely great. I love For Your Entertainment. It was poppy, but he gave you all the things you wanted. He was giving us big Adam Lambert vocals mixed with some fun dance beats as well, and it was just a good time. But from then he had a couple other albums, and I have consistently enjoyed Adam's music, but his music in his first three albums was very pop heavy, and from his third album to his fourth, Velvet, he A, took some time, but B, he was touring with Queen a lot, working with Queen a lot, and also he switched management, switched labels, and you can tell the difference. And I think just Velvet is got so much like funk to it, which is so cool. I feel like right now in music, 80s synths are very trendy, but Adam Lambert took it back like another decade and he went more 70s, which I love. I love the funk. I love the just really good rhythmic guitars happening. It's just a very musically, it's definitely a retro album, but it's not exactly retro in what is popular right now. I mean, like I said, 80s-esque sounds are very popular in pop music, but Adam completely did his own thing, and you can tell he just wasn't caring about the pop charts anymore, which I am so happy about, because truly I think he has made his most authentic, original music on this album. I've talked about the music and the production of it. Now let's talk a little bit about the lyrics. The lyrics of this album vary in emotions. They go from talking about like hopeless love and just hopelessness in general, especially like Feel Something is kind of stands out as like a true just like feeling broken as a person and wanting to feel again. And also this album's got some sexy songs on it talking about, activities. This album, I feel like, really embodies Adam's life. It talks about love. It talks about feeling sad. It also has some super confident, like, I just want to be me type of songs, which I love. It really embraces originality. Some of the songs very much so embrace originality, and I'll talk about that when I talk about some of my individual songs I love most. So all in all, I think Velvet is just, I just wish Velvet was a lot more popular than what it is, because it deserves to be. It deserves to be because the music, like I said, is unique but so incredibly catchy. Obviously, his vocals are astounding because they always are, but it does show his full range on this album. From one song, he'll be in his lower register and it's a bit more gritty, and then the next song he's in falsetto and it's beautiful and amazing. And also, I love that he's got a few songs where towards the end, where it's like he has his lower register going, but he also has the higher notes layered over top of it, or him harmonizing with himself a ton. I mean, the vocals are obviously amazing, but that's no surprise. He's got amazing vocals on everything he does. I just really wish more people would listen to this album, because this just feels like genuine great music in 2020. And I do not think it gets enough recognition. Maybe in other parts of the world it does, but here in the States, it just does not get enough recognition at all. And that really, 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 really bums me out. Okay, so now let's talk about some songs that I love from this album. And that's gonna be hard because I could talk about every single song, but I'm gonna try and keep it to just a few. First, I wanna talk about the song Velvet, which I think Velvet is probably one of the more modern sounding songs. And what I mean by that is, like, Velvet sounds like a song that could play on popular radio, but it still has the more 70s funk type of music to it. I just really enjoy listening to it. I think it's very much an easy listening song. I don't understand why it's not as popular as I think it should be. You're gonna hear me saying that a lot. And then the second song on the album is Superpower, and I also want to talk about Superpower because Superpower is such a cool single. I love Superpower. It has a fantastic message about just like self-confidence, being who you are, and I absolutely love the bridge where he is harmonizing over himself with saying freedom, yeah. I could listen to that constantly over and over. It is amazing. And plus, when he performs Superpower live, he brings so much fierceness to it, and it is so fun to watch him perform it. Loverboy is a super fun, playful song lyrically, and also is one of the songs on the album that if you are someone who really loves a classic Adam Lambert scream note, this song is for you. It is the entire chorus and has a ton of them, and it's just like one of the most like fun, kind of cheeky songs on the album. Roses with Adam and Nile Rodgers. I can't get over the guitar on that song, and obviously with Nile Rodgers, so all over music production, it's got a lot of funk to it, but Adam sounds amazing, and I just love how retro that song is, yet it's just so Adam. It just sounds so Adam, and I adore it so much. I said I wasn't gonna talk about every song, and I'm like barely skipping any of them, but because yeah, I'm gonna talk about Closer to You now. The reason why I love Closer to You is it is that traditional ballad, and Adam Lambert has to have a good, slow ballad on his albums because his voice is just so dang powerful that he would be doing a disservice to the world if he didn't include one. And Closer to You is gorgeous. I mean, obviously a love song, but I love when he really just lets his voice open up on the choruses, especially as the choruses go on in the song. It's more of like a powerful chorus where sometimes he can be very tender. He has beautiful falsetto. He has very beautiful falsetto. He's just very unique in how he can really change and vary the tone of his voice. I mean, his voice is just such a wonderful instrument, and I think that's why I enjoyed this particular ballad from him so much. Comin' In Hot. That title kinda alone, how it sounds, that's what the song is about. This is one of his sexy songs, as I like to call it, and it's just a really cool funk vibe. And I just think he really committed to funk, 70s funk on this, and it's just really, it's like not only are the lyrics pretty sexy sounding, just the whole vibe of it is so, and I just think it's really fun to listen to because it is so 70s. Finally, let's talk about New Eyes. I think New Eyes is so fun because his voice is definitely a bit wispier on this one, and he just went full on with the 70s funk, even just in his appearance in the music video for New Eyes. His execution's definitely a bit wispier, and once again, that's why I love listening to Adam Lambert so much. Is not only the music production's really cool, but how his voice can sound so different on every song, and that's why he is such an insane vocalist. And finally, I want to talk about Feel Something. Now, I will admit, Feel Something kind of feels like the odd one out on this album, because musically it does not sound like any of the other songs, but it is so emotional. Like, this one is just so emotional, and it's about him just being in a really tough place mentally and putting it into a song. And for that, it's so relatable to a lot of people, and that's why I enjoy listening to it, because you can really tell where his headspace was at when he was singing that song, and it just is very raw lyrically, and that's why I enjoy it. What are your thoughts on Velvet? Let me know in the comments, and let me know what songs you love from it. I just wanted to talk about this album because I don't think enough people talk about it, and I don't think enough people fully appreciate just like the talent Adam Lambert brings to the music industry, just even beyond his crazy great voice. I mean, we all know his voice is super dynamic, but this music in this album and what direction he decided to go, it's just so authentic and so original, and I just want to show it some love and spread the love of how great this album is. So if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't hit subscribe, go ahead and do so. That would be so appreciated. But thank you for watching, especially if you stayed till the very end. And until next time, bye.